Alright, my name is Melanie Guardado, and I'm going to be leading you through how to use Microsoft Translate. So we're going to start right here. We're going to change this google.com thing to, we're actually going to go to bing.com/translator/ we're going to hit enter. And it's going to take us right here. So I've actually used this app quite a bit with my students, but I did play with it before to kind of get a feel for it. As you can see right here, we've got that it says Microsoft, but it is like an app through Bing. So what I want to point out is kind of these boxes here. This box is just white, whereas this box is kind of shaded. You can only type in the shaded boxes, but you can switch the shaded boxes kind of back and forth, and it will change where you can type. So right now I can't type in the English box, but now I can type in the English box. So that's kind of the first thing I tell my students, that they need to type only in this box, or else you will just get really frustrated doing this. So one thing that you can kind of do, and I want to point out first, is this language bar, and there's a lot of options. One of the limitations with this is that not every language in the world is going to be available, but many of them are, or many like popular or common languages will kind of be on here. These two are going to have the same languages, as you can see here as well. I've kind of been playing around with this. These languages are ones that I've used recently, so it kind of remembers things that you do frequently, and it will keep Spanish and English, and it will just kind of remember if it's your laptop. If it's not your laptop, that might kind of change, but it will remember things that you use fairly often. I'm going to start by showing you some of the things that this can do. I'm going to go from English to Spanish. So this might be useful. Let's say you have a Spanish test or Spanish essay you have to write, and you need a little bit of inspiration because you forgot how to say certain things. So we can start with my mom is eating. And the nice thing about this app is that as you type, it's actually translating immediately, which is really nice because then you can kind of see right away what you're gonna get versus typing something up and then waiting. So my mom is eating, and then all of a sudden you can switch it, and that means now I can type in the Spanish one. Now, this is kind of a cool feature because, like I said, we're doing that essay, and I'm like, okay, my mom is eating. I know how to say that, but I also want to test my Spanish a little bit, and I know how to say or spell apple, so I'm going to see if that's correct. And I will do una manzana. And I was right, una manzana. I can have a little bit of confidence now. The other really cool thing is that you can actually play this, and you can kind of double check your pronunciation. So let's go ahead and try that.
Mi mamá está comiendo una manzana.
Perfect. And then over here you can also
My mom's eating an apple.
Play it in English. And the voice, I feel personally, is fairly clear. You can also change from male to female if you want to do that.
My mom's eating an apple.
And that one's a little bit faster, so I just prefer using the female voice. I don't know. I've tested both of them. It's really your own preference, and it's just kind of a nice thing to do. Let's see what else I can show you. I use this with my students that speak Swahili, and we can go ahead and kind of test that out as well. And it's nice because if I maybe have, or they kind of want to translate something over to English that they want to write first in Swahili, they can go ahead and do that, and it will give them the English translation. So I do have very limited knowledge of Swahili, but if I've learned anything from my childhood, it's that this will mean yeah. It means no worries for the rest of your days. So that's kind of cool, and it will actually pronounce it in
No
English.
worries.
which is nice. It would be nice if it also pronounced it in Swahili, but unfortunately, not every app will give you an option to translate anything over. Japanese, I guess, will give me an option. I can't read that, but it's okay.
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa, it'll kind of help out with that. And also, it'll kind of give this right here. Hi, hello, it'll tell you it's a noun. So that's another really, really cool thing. Another really cool feature that is available there. The last couple things I want to point out is that we've got this share button, and you can actually upload this to Pinterest, you can email it, you can tweet it, you can put it on Facebook. I think this is kind of a cool feature, especially to like email stuff like this. Let's say you're working in a group, you have a whole 5,000 characters you can use, and maybe you can't work very loudly, so if you're having trouble communicating with your group because there's a language barrier, that might be a really awesome option. You can also just copy it and paste it, put it in a chat or something. So that's another really nice thing that you can kind of do. And that's what I have for you for now. I think this app is really cool, and I think it's going to be very helpful for my students. It has been so far, and we're going to see what happens.